All right, you guys, happy holidays. I hope you guys are all enjoying the holiday season, or at least gearing up for it. And I know I am. So today I'm going to do a couple of really quick designs for you that you can add into your holiday looks. I'm going to use a couple of different colors of our new chrome powders. You can definitely try those out, mix and match colors, however you want to customize it for your holiday designs. I've already gone through and prepped my artificial nails. I did my coat of protein bond, and I applied 2 coats of our Manicure White 101 gel polish. So let me get into the actual design. Again, I've got my Manicure White 101, and then I'm going to come in with a coat of my Ultimate Finish top coat. I'm going to be doing a chrome design, so we're going to apply our Ultimate Finish in a nice thin, even layer, and I want to make sure that it's a thin layer. It's not super thick. I don't want it to run, but I do want to make sure that it's applied nice and even and nice and smooth. So I tend to go through maybe a couple of times, wipe off any extra of that product, and then just give it a couple of seconds to kind of settle out, self-level a little bit before I put it into the light. So I'm going to do both of these nails kind of at the same time, same technique, but just kind of mixing up the colors for you. I'm going to get that into my light. So we're going to set that into place for at least 30 seconds up to 60 seconds. Okay, so our Ultimate Finish is cured out. I'm going to use a couple different colors of our new chrome powders. So I'm just going to apply that chrome over the whole nail, just kind of rubbing that in. Now, if you're working over the white, sometimes I feel like it starts off looking a little bit on the sheer side. So just keep adding a little bit more chrome until you get that really good solid coverage. Even over the white, you're going to get good coverage. Just keep adding just a little bit more and it'll adhere really well. All right. So I'm using just one side of my applicator to really get that chrome on there. And then what I like to do is I'll flip my applicator over to the other side where there's no chrome on there. And I'm just going to kind of go through that, make sure that any of that chrome powder, any of that dust gets removed. So that's not going to interfere with our really good chrome look. On our second nail, let's do a little bit of blue. Really work that into our top coat. Okay, so again, just really working that chrome into that top coat, really get a good even coverage. And then again, I'm going to turn my applicator over and just dust off any of that extra. So I'm going to use a couple of the brushes from our brush kit. I'm going to use one of our striper brushes. Now I'm going to go back into our Ultimate Finish top coat. I'm going to use a little bit of that on just a little mixing tile. I'm just going to take again that liner brush and I'm going to draw in some lines, some stripes. If you want to do snowflakes, if you're in kind of a colder wintry climate. A lot of people are liking snowflakes this time of year. Again, just creating my design with that top coat. You can make wider lines or more narrow lines, whatever you want to create. But kind of what you want to think about is wherever we're putting this top coat, that's where our chrome is going to adhere. Okay, we're going to actually come back through after I cure my top coat and wipe off any of that extra chrome. And again, wherever our top coat is, that's where our design is going to stay. So just going to follow through my whole nail, creating my design. And as I'm working, I want to make sure that my product isn't moving. So after I get one nail done, I'm going to get that into the light, set it into place so that those lines stay nice and crisp. I get that really good definition in between. And then if you're working on a full set, or if you're working on, designs on both hands, put one hand into the light while you're working on the other. Again, that way your product isn't going to run and you can get all of the nails done in a good amount of time without having to actually clean up any smudges or any polish that's running. All right. I think maybe one more tiny little line right down at the base here, and maybe to even it off one more right up at the top. Okay, so I'm gonna get that into our light. I'm gonna fully cure that for 60 seconds. Okay, so our first nail is set. All right, I'll come back to my second nail. Maybe on this one, I'll use a little bit of a wider brush. We'll get some wider stripes on there, wider designs. Not quite as much detail. But again, wherever I'm putting that top coat, that's what is going to seal in our chrome. All right, I think I like where those lines are. Again, let me get that back into the light. I'll cure that for that full 60-second cure. Okay, so our nails are set. The design is set into place. So I'm gonna come in with some of our Manicure cleanser, and I'm going to just remove anything that was not cured under our top coat. And we're gonna have that really pretty chrome design. Now at this point, you could either leave your designs as they are. I'm gonna add just a little bit of a different kind of a spin to these nails. So I'm gonna use one of our new cream clays. This one is called Stalker Paws. Again, just kind of picking up a little bit of that, and I'm just gonna put that right in between our color or our lines of the red, just kind of filling in some of that white space. Just adding a little bit of sparkle. And what I like about this cream clay is that it's got that sparkle to it, but it's not overly saturated. So if you're just trying to do a little bit of accent, it's going to be great for those little bit of accents. So again, just right in between my red lines or wherever you want. If you feel like you want to skip a line here and there, you can do that. So have some solid whites and then some sparkle whites. However you want to mix up your designs. So we'll just go through, finish all of our sparkle lines. We'll give that a quick cure, and then we'll finish up our second nail. Okay, so our second nail, this one we're gonna do a sugared technique on. So again, I'm gonna come in with my ultimate finish, get a little bit more of that on our palette. And this one, I'm gonna go right on those white sections and just brushing on a nice even coat. So if you like more of a textured kind of a feel to your nail, if you like a little bit more dimension to the nail, this technique is gonna be a little bit better for you. It's gonna have a little bit of kind of that textured glitter over the top. It's going to have a little bit of a different sparkle than what the, maybe like a glitter press or like the application we did on the first nail. So it just depends on what you like. Just giving you guys a couple of different options here. So I'm going to use our glitter called Little Guy, and we're just going to sprinkle this right onto our nail. So again, wherever that top coat was, that's where our glitter is going to stick to. So I give it a really good coating. Give it a couple of seconds to just kind of absorb that glitter, so that top coat's going to really hang on to that glitter. And then I'll tap off that extra, and we'll cure that in the light for a full 60 seconds. Okay, our second nail is cured all the way through. I'm just going to use my manicure brush, dust off that little bit of extra glitter. And that nail is actually done now. Now, if you want a really little bit higher shine, you could definitely go ahead and put another coat of top coat through your blue areas, but they already do have that top coat on them, so they're good to go. With this first nail, I am gonna go back through and do one more quick coat of top coat, just so we're sealing in all of that chrome, sealing in that glitter application in between, and just giving ourselves a nice smooth finish to this application. We'll do a final cure of 60 seconds on that coat. Okay, so our first design is cured out. Our second design was already cured out. So you guys can see you've got a lot of different options when it comes to holiday designs. Mix up your colors, mix up your techniques, even on the full set. Mix up your techniques on all of the different nails. So we hope you guys enjoyed the designs today, and happy holidays to you.
Subscribe the channel now. Subscribe the channel now. Subscribe the channel now.